Hello, world. It's Curtis Potter with Boundless Inspiration. Obviously, catching some lake vibes to end the weekend. And I just wanted to come and talk to you about what got me here. So, had my kiddos for the weekend, dropped them off, started to head home, and I instantly felt anxious. I was already thinking about, okay, I have this much time until I need to get to bed so I can get this much rest and then back to the hustle and bustle of running the business in the morning. Got these clients needing this done, all the checklists going through my head. I started to feel like this anxiety and frustration and then I realized I was just starting to go through like this mental, I don't even know what to call it, but just like frustration. And I started thinking about all these different variables. And as I come into the house and just looking at the things that needed to be done and, knock out some laundry, and I just felt myself getting not necessarily overwhelmed, but just anxious and frustrated. And I said, you know what? Seemed like a perfect time to go down to the lake, get on the kayak. Threw the kayak in the truck, drove down to the lake. Only takes me a couple minutes. I come straight down to the water. Property's touching the water. Get out on the kayak. I just started to first just appreciate. I had my feet down in the water, catching the water, vibes and energy. Was facing the sun, getting the last little bit of sun before it breaks the tree line. And I was just getting the energy from Mother Nature and Earth and the sun and God. And I started to talk to God about it. I was like, God, I don't know why I'm getting so anxious and so flustered and so overwhelmed at the moment. I just had an amazing weekend with the kiddos. I mean, football game, and he won, and just playing at the pool. Got the in-ground pool where we're playing, and I was playing tag at the park with the kiddos, and in the weekend at Dave and Buster's, playing all kinds of games with my kids. It was a great weekend. And I just, for some reason, I was like, what is going on? And I was talking to God about it. I was like, God, why do I feel this way when, I mean, it was an amazing weekend. It's not like I dread going to work and running my business, but at the same time, it was like I started getting answers of expectations. It's easy to have expectations for so many things. Expectations for the people around you, expectations for your significant other, your parents, your kids, your siblings, your cousins. And a lot of times, we're our own biggest critics. I know I am. So a lot of that expectation was on myself. I expected to be at a different place in life. I expected to have this many employees or this many books out launched, this many whatever, this many followers or this many, it's so easy in this world we live in of comparison. You can think, oh, why ain't I living on the lake yet? Why ain't I living in the ocean or on the beach yet? Why ain't I retired yet? Why don't I have a bank account that looks like this number of my expectation? Why don't I have this body yet? Why don't I have this relationship yet? Why isn't my marriage look like their marriage? It's so easy to have expectations in life. And I know this saying so well, where it's unmet expectations are predestined resentments, and unspoken expectations are almost guaranteed to be predestined resentments. So having expectations, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And especially if you have an expectation with someone else or even yourself, you're setting yourself up for more disappointment. A lot of times we're the hardest on ourselves. So when you look at your life and why it's not exactly how you want it to be, you're setting it up for disappointment. So what do you do when you realize that? You just ground yourself. You get it out. If you go into your head alone, you may just get stuck there. So get it out. I am feeling frustrated because of this. I literally just started talking to God. And to be honest, that's the best person you can give your expectations to. What happens when you talk to a friend about the frustrations you have with your partner? Well, now your friend is looking at them jaded. And then the next time you talk to your friend, you may be in a great mood. You may have fixed whatever situation was going on with your partner. And then your friend goes, "Hey, is your partner still doing this?" And then next thing you know, those expectations are coming back in your head. Well, you know what? Like he was, she was, they was. Now you're getting frustrated again when you didn't even have to. Best person to talk to is God. I don't know if you believe in God, but what else made all of this? It's so beautiful. So whenever you're starting to get flustered and frustrated and overwhelmed, get it out. Say it out loud. I'm feeling this type of way. You know, if you don't believe in God, ask the universe, how do I get myself out of this situation? Where do I go from here? Why am I feeling like this? What do I got to do next? I promise you, if you keep asking those questions, you're going to get the answers. For me, hey dude, you feeling anxious? Go get down on the water. Talk about it. Get it out. Help some people in the process. You go through things to help other people through things. As soon as I got on this water, instantly felt better. As soon as I started talking to God, instantly better. As soon as I started making a video for you all to help you, instantly better. I understand what you're going through. If you're full of disappointment, this thing. Beautiful. Life can be full of disappointment if you have expectations. Just know you are exactly where you are to learn the lessons that you need to learn, to meet the people that you need to meet. And if you just continue working daily on becoming the best version of yourself, you're going to attract the best versions of other people. Doors are going to open that you didn't even know could open. Yeah, you got to walk through them. Relationships are going to happen that you didn't even expect could happen. You could go from being sad and depressed and lonely to next thing you know, having your dream partner where everything's amazing. But you got to work on becoming the best version of yourself so that you don't mess up that relationship. Your ideal business partner could walk in your life. Your ideal investor. Somebody could donate millions of dollars towards your nonprofit or your dream. You could write a book and instantly it could be a massive success, and your whole life can change in the snap of the fingers. When I was preparing to move down here to Bloomington, things just started aligning one after another. And I'm literally living on property that touches the lake, the biggest lake in Indiana, minutes from my kid's school, 50-50 custody right around the corner. Their mom's even ready to give it to me. Yes, please help. I didn't want 6 kids. Just like that, your life can change in the snap of the finger. But I'm telling you, it takes dropping your expectations, being present every moment possible, realizing that the one thing that you can change is your thoughts. You can go from thinking of something red to something green, something big to something small. That quick, you can change your thoughts. So when those thoughts start coming in, I'm like, you know what? Nope. I'm not going to get overwhelmed and anxious. I don't know why I'm feeling that right now, but I'm going down to the lake. Okay, I'll get 1 load of laundry done instead of 3. Okay, I'll sweep the kitchen and living room, not mop it. Like, okay, I've already got my suitcase packed for the week. Like, it's got plenty of clothes for 5 days. That's plenty. Everything that was creating anxiety in my mind, it was just me blowing it up into something bigger. For what? What good is that going to do? So when you start having those thoughts, say the opposite positive out loud. Like, it was literally that simple. I'm thinking about packing my suitcase for the week, being out of town, and I'm like, I did laundry on Thursday. I've got plenty of clothes, work clothes. I don't even need to. I just had to process it out loud. And if you're struggling to process it, give it to the universe. Give it to God. Drop your expectations. Work on becoming a better version of yourself every day. And I promise you, life is going to get easier and better day by day. If this helped you, like, share, comment, tag somebody. You know the drill. Be boundless. Love y'all.